Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. I'm just waiting for you to come on in and say hi before we get started. We have quite a few guests tonight. I'm excited. Let's see what we have for our comments already. Oh my goodness. I just want to say hi to different people. So Kathleen is here, and I think, is it Kristen Port? She has my tinderbox, and I always get your name wrong. Hello. Michelle is here, and who else? Kathleen is here. Barbara's here. I'm just looking at, oh my goodness, you have all these guests already here saying hi. Some are from British Columbia, Canada. What time is it there? I think there's like a 3-hour difference, right? Look at this. We have all kinds of hellos. Jill is here. That's so nice. Clarence saying, hello, ladies. Christine, that's it. I got it. I got it right. Christine, I was telling you earlier, is the one who donated over on Instagram to what we are, our fundraiser. Barbara saying, okay, it's 5 p.m. Okay. Well, Barbara, are you eating your dinner with us as you're watching? That's so sweet. Hi, Carrie. We're just waiting for everyone to come in, and then we'll get started. I'll introduce you to my crew here. I don't have a camera or a microphone on my desktop, so I'll be joining in by typing here. Okay, sounds good. Hello from Ohio. Oh, look, softball lover. Chrissy, do you see that? Someone's over there with you.
That's the thing I was going to tell you. I don't see the
okay, you will. Yeah, you will in a minute. You'll get to. Okay. Oh, Nancy's here. Yay!
Yay, Nancy.
Nancy's coming in before we get started. Wonderful. Hi, Nancy. Are you here? Oh, it's a slow go. It's going around and around. There she is. Yay!
Okay, should I click the chat button, Roxanne?
So, I'm sorry?
Should I click the chat button?
If you click the chat button, it might be a private chat that you would be sending a message to me. All right, we've got 30 on. I'm going to give it one more minute, and then we're going to get started officially.
Okay, I do see comments now. Okay.
Good. So what did you do? You clicked the chat button?
Yes.
Good.
Now I don't see you guys.
Where'd Chris? That's why you have to go back and forth. I know. That's what happens. People left?
I know.
She threw herself out. Oh my goodness. We're having technical difficulties today, and that's okay though. All right, so we're going to get started. People will be coming back in, and I will let them back in. They threw themselves out. That happens. All I have is Lynn and Jeffra now. Everybody left. Oh my goodness. All right, I am Roxanne, the host of Everything About Hallmark, and tonight my guests are leaving me. It's the Chris McNally fan group. So I'm waiting for them to come back in. So Teresa's here, and she's saying hi, ladies. And Molly B is saying hi from Michigan. And Susan's hi from Iowa. And there's like a whole host of you here. And I'm so excited that you're here. But I don't want to get started until Chrissy and Nancy and Jeffra, you're here, right? I'm sorry. Who's missing? I'm here. Chris, they threw themselves out.
They did.
Oh my goodness. So before we get started, why don't you girls introduce yourself, say a little bit about yourself. Like Lynn, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, my name is Lynn, and I've been married for over 22 years, and I have 2 grown sons and one daughter-in-law and one very soon to be daughter-in-law in about 6 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm excited. Another COVID wedding, but we're getting through it.
That's okay.
And
okay, I'm back.
15-year-old fur baby. She's a total princess. She's a little dachshund, and I have a very precious, almost 2-year-old granddaughter. So I'm very excited to celebrate her 2nd birthday in a couple weeks.
Now, Lynn, I met your husband, didn't I? I met him in a chat we had, right?
Mm-hmm.
And fun fact about Lynn's husband. He's a hearty. He loves when calls the heart, right?
Yes. He got me involved in it. So yes.
Cool. Cool.
So we get to talk about all that all the time. So yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Jeffra, hi. Do you want to say a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Jeffra. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 children, and I've been married for 15 years.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Okay, Nancy. Hello, Miss Nancy. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Oh, no, we can't hear you, Nancy.
Now? I can't hear her.
Yeah, we're having technical difficulties. Okay, Nancy, go ahead. You froze.
Now? Can you hear me now?
You're good. Yes.
Okay. My name is Nancy, and I
And she froze.
Yeah, she freezes.
That's okay. Chrissy, tell us about yourself real quick.
I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids. I've been married for 25 years. I have 3 grandchildren, and I love to do crafts.
Nice. Look, you're another clap for a wonderful long marriage. Okay. Yeah. And Lynn, you shared, Jeffra shared, Chrissy shared, Nancy shared. Chris got kicked out. Don't know what happened to Chris. Hopefully she will come back. We're having all kinds of technical
I know issues. I got kicked out too.
I know. And that's okay. When she wants to come back in, we will say welcome. All right. So we have 35 people here that cannot wait to hear what you have to say. So tell me, what in the world is the Chris Crew? What exactly does that even mean? How did it come about, that hashtag, that term?
Well, actually, my friend Chris, who is no longer with us, she's missing, missing in action. Me and her actually met from another website, and we her name's Chris, my name's Chris, and we like Chris McNally, so we kind of basically thought we were the Chris Crew. And then when I got the program, the site up, everybody just basically said that, it was just a hashtag that we all came up with. So
I like it.
Everybody who joins is considered a Chris Crew. So
that's cute. And there's alliteration. I like that, Chris Crew. I like that a lot. Tell me about why you even formed the Chris McNally fan group. How'd that even come about?
Well, I was on another group, and I just happened to Google and look on Facebook and try to find a Chris McNally webpage or even, a fan group or anything. And there wasn't anything on Facebook. And there was quite a few on Instagram and Twitter, but none on Facebook. And I decided that, Chris McNally needs to have his own page, just so his fans can recognize him and support him. And so I decided to make one. I was talking to Jeffra, and I told Jeffra, I said, we need a Chris McNally fan group. And I said, and I'm going to do it. So, and I did.
Good. All right.
And the rest is mystery.
Well, I'm sure you can't just all of a sudden say you're going to start a fan group. There was some planning, conversations. How did you girls right here decide that you would be the group that would do this? Did you have conversations, know each other? I know you said you knew Chris, or Jeffra, but did you know each other outside of just this group, or how did you meet?
Actually, Chris and I, my friend Chris and I met. We met through another webpage and Facebook page, and then we actually met together because we went to lunch. And so we were talking about, starting up a group. And then when I was talking to Jeffra on Facebook Messenger, that's when we were discussing that, we need a Facebook fan page because we knew there was a bunch for, Twitter and Instagram, but there was nothing really on Facebook for his Facebook fans to connect with him. There's a lot of women that are not on Instagram and Twitter, and they're only on Facebook, and they don't really, go on the other social medias. So we decided that his fans that are on Facebook need a place to feel connected to the actor.
And to have some fun, right? Yeah.
Yeah. To feel like they're connected and support him. So I think somebody's coming. Is Chris?
Yeah, Chris is coming back. Lynn, I have a question for you.
Yay.
Chris is here. She's back. Lynn, I have a question for you. What is the job that you have? Do you have like a specific job that you do for the fan group?
Yeah, I'm a moderator, really just helping those people come in, accept them as members. But we all kind of basically do the same thing. We just kind of moderate and just see what's going on. We're really, I think we're pretty passionate about wanting it to be a very positive and safe environment for all the members, that everybody feels just a very good, connected, happy place to come in and share. And we kind of really feel that because we feel like Chris McNally is just a very, very giving and friendly person. And we, if there was ever an opportunity that he saw our site or family members or friends of his may have seen it, we want him to be proud of it. And
sure.
And we just want to keep it to be a very positive environment.
And you know what? It is a very positive environment. I wanted to read a couple of things to you, if you give me a minute, that I saw earlier. And I'm like, oh, this is so nice. And I will not say, I don't have permission to use the person's name or the participant's name. So I just want to share. Someone wrote, they were excited. And they said, this is terrific. He is truly talented. I hope he hears how much we appreciate his work and not just that we think he's easy on the eyes. He was born with looks and some natural talent, but he works hard at his craft and it comes through in these wonderful characters he plays, which was such a sweet thing to say. Like that. The whole page is filled with positive things. And when I say that, I mean, there are things out there that are negative, and on some sites, people say, oh, look what I saw. Even though the site is not supposed to be about that negative stuff, nobody does this on this site. Everything is positive. We just ignore the nonsense, and we just focus on things that bring us joy. And that's, that's just what I think life should be like. Someone else wrote, I definitely support Chris. He's a wonderful actor. His mannerisms are fantastic besides his looks. And I hope he knows this fan club loves him and we look forward to seeing him in the next season. He's our #1 actor and hero. More of him, please. But the one that I really like, and this is a compliment to you girls, it says, I don't have, this is what Chrissy was saying. I don't have Instagram or Twitter, so the only way I could support Chris McNally is through this fan group. I have never joined an actor's fan group besides this one, and I'm glad I did. All of the hateful comments directed towards him were totally uncalled for. So glad this group was created so his fans can continue to support him with positive encouragement and love. You admins, you guys rock. So that's a nice compliment to all of you. You're doing a good job. So Jeffra and Nancy and Chrissy, and Chris, you as well as Chrissy and Lynn, that's a mouthful, you're all here. So even though you might have slightly different titles, you're basically doing the same thing, right? Accepting members, working together on events or how to organize your posts. Am I correct, or am I missing something, like something specific you wanted to share?
Yes, that's in part we do post and we monitor also, just like, actually I'm a monitor just like Lynn. So
okay,
that's exactly what she does, is what I do.
Okay. And who wants to talk about your fan base? Like, first of all, tell me if I'm incorrect on this or if I am correct. Didn't you start this in July? Like, when did you start the fan club for him?
June 30th.
Oh, June 30th. Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
I started June 30th, and from then till now, we've got 1K people in this group, and it's awesome.
I know. It's really grown. I think it's 11. What is it, Lynn? We just talked about it. What was it?
It's 1,100 plus.
Yes.
Yes.
11.
Lynn's number
was 1,000. It was amazing.
I know, and I can see it because I'm there. I only proofread stuff once in a while, and I can just see it all the time coming through, which is wonderful. We have our Chris. Chris is back. I just added her in. All right, so I have another question. You have like social media accounts. I know you're on Twitter. I know you're on Instagram. Are you posting like any special events there, or is it just like an extension of what the fan group is? Like, what are you doing with Instagram and Twitter?
Well, we have a fundraiser going on right now for Wagmore Pets, for Chris McNally in honor of him. So I've been on Instagram, posting that a lot, and I have the link up in my on the Chris McNally fan page on Instagram. I have it in the bio link, so they can donate as often as they want up until November 3rd.
That's true, right? That's right before his birthday, which is November 8th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I remember, I think I posted something like we should flood social media with positive whatever. And then somebody said, oh, what's send cards? And then we're like, oh, you can't send cards. And then it became, we're going to do a fundraiser. It was like this little idea and it grew. There's a hashtag and everything. It's amazing. Someone wanted over here an update. Do we know just from the fan page itself how much what's the goal? Tell us what the goal is.
We have it set at 3,000 right now.
Right. And where are we already?
It just got updated a little while ago. It's $2,300.
Wow.
And we have all of September and all of October to go.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, the funny thing about that.
Thank you, viewers.
The funny thing about that is when I set it up, it's asked for a goal, and I first put 500, and that we shot through 500 within an hour. It was like, wow. So then I had to up it. So then I upped it to 1,000. We shot through that like in no time. It was crazy. And it just overwhelmed me in happiness because these dogs, these pets are going to get so much out of this. And it just is wonderful that so many people are just heartwarming to give money to a fundraiser to help these animals.
I know. And they are a wonderful group. I actually talked to them personally. And they were telling a little bit about their background, and they pop on Instagram all the time with their story. And
I'm always watching them on Instagram. I love it.
And it's a nice thing because the way you did it, by doing it through Facebook, that means that all that money is going directly to them. There aren't any fees that you have to pay out or anything. And even if once it closes, it's still open like a few weeks after. And if there are still more donations coming in, it will all be sent over there too, which is, that's a really nice thing. It's kind of an exciting thing, I think, to imagine anybody from anywhere. This is how they get to participate. That's like nice. Nice job, girls. Yeah. Okay. So I have another good question that I want to know. Tell me a fun, like Chris McNally tidbit from you girls. Like, what is it? Maybe a piece of his work or something about him, what it is that you like. I want to hear from all of you. We can start with Lynn.
I get to go first every time. Okay. We talked about my husband earlier with him being a fan of When Calls the Heart. And it's funny because actually the first time I saw Chris McNally in anything was The Sweetest Heart. We both really liked Julie Gonzalo from watching and seeing her in Dallas Reboot and all that several years ago. We had seen her in several Hallmark movies, so we wanted to make sure that we saw that. That was the first time I actually saw him. And then I think the other movie that I saw him in recently, more recently, was Snow Kiss, which was awesome. That's funny.
That was great, wasn't it, with Jen Lilly?
Yep, with Jen Lilly. But it's really
fun.
funny because I honestly, outside of that, like I said, my husband had been watching it for several years, and I didn't really start watching it like really closely until season 8.
That's okay.
I caught up quickly, but yeah, it was. I was well introduced to it, though. I pretty much was invested by the time season 8 came around. So
Okay. Yeah. What a confession that is, Lynn. Jeffra, do you have a fun story to share, or like maybe did you ever meet him? That would be amazing, right? I got to meet Aaron, but it's not about me. Or is there something about his work that you love? Jeffra's frozen.
Yeah.
Aw, here she goes.
Finally working.
Yes, you're working, Jeffra.
I didn't start knowing who Chris was until When Calls the Heart. So once I started watching season 6, I was hooked. I loved everything he was in.
I hear you. So it made you go out and look for his other movies? Is that what you did?
Yes, it did.
I know. And I enjoyed, I knew who he was before before he came on to When Calls the Heart. So I had seen his other work. But then once he was on, I was like, oh, I got to go back and look. I remember telling my sister, let's go back and watch some of his other stuff. Nancy, you have anything you want to share? Oh, sorry, Jeffra. Go ahead.
I saw him in like a Disney movie one time. And I'm like, couldn't even know he was in it until, I saw him in When Calls the Heart.
Like afterwards? Yeah.
Yeah, afterwards I didn't know it was him until, I'm like, hey, seen that guy before.
Nancy?
Hopefully you guys can hear me because I have
a
problem. You can hear me? You guys can hear me clearly? Okay. Yeah. Okay, because this is important. No?
Okay.
I love his work. I think he's fantastic. I think one of the things that I admire the most, though, is I got to see some of his interviews, and he's a very down-to-earth kind of person, and he's shy, and I understand that about being shy. And I think that he has a very high esteem for his family. And I always say, anybody that loves their parents and love dogs, got it win with me. So I think he's the only actor actually that I ever been on a fan club before. Never, ever. But it's because I like his work, but I also like his persona. I think he's a very nice guy. And when they did what they did after season 8 and the way that he was treated, I was like overwhelmed with grief, because I'm going like, how could a nice person like him get treated the way it is for doing his job? So,
right.
Yeah. I decided to look for a family. And at that time, Christina has just started the group, and she only had like about 100 and something when I first went in. And I got to talk to her every once in a while. And I told her, if you ever need for me to do anything, and she says, oh, okay. So then she says, okay, I'll put you as monitor. And I said, okay. And then I've been hooked ever since. So, but I think it's not only his work, but it's the kind of person he is that really have make an impact on me.
Well, it must be a feeling that many people share, because in like a short amount of time, you have 1,100 plus people that want to join. And every day I see it just go up and up and up.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. That's my little timer that tells me that what time it is, that soon it'll be time for question and answer. Go ahead, Chrissy. You can share, and then we'll move on to the next segment. Go ahead.
Okay. I watched Heaven. I saw the movie Heaven.
Yes, I did too.
I saw him in that and really, really was impressed with him there. I don't know, something about him. I just really, really liked his eyes and his dimples just really got me. And I really loved his acting. He did such an awesome job in that movie. And I really liked him in there. And then I realized that he was on When Calls the Heart. And I was like, oh, great, awesome. And I was really excited. And so as soon as I knew that he was on there, I started rooting for Lucas all the way. And I became Team Lucas from, first time I saw him on there. And then ever since then, I just was, I watched all of his movies. I started Googling everything. I wanted to check out everything that he's done. And John Applejack, he won an award in that movie.
Yeah.
2014. So I was like, wow, this guy's really going to be big. He's going to be huge, And now that he's on When Calls the Heart, he's just awesome on there. And I just love his sense of his love for dogs. I have 5 dogs. I don't know if you've heard them barking, but I have 5 dogs. So I am a dog lover. And that really hit me with Chris being a dog lover. And that's pretty much, what got me. I see Chris is there.
Yeah, we're here. And we all kind of have sort of the same stories. Hi, Chris. And we all kind of have the same stories. It's his love of animals, his shyness, just his persona. I know, Chris, we were talking about what it was that made us want to even join a fan group or create a fan group, or what was it about Chris, or a fun story about Chris? Did you ever get to meet him? kind of thing. That's what we were all sharing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's just, I don't know. He's just such a down-to-earth person and very private and shy. And I don't know. I'm sort of shy myself.
That's what Nancy said.
It's just, and it's just really nice to see that in an actor that isn't basically full of himself. And that's what he is, just a very nice person. And
right. Like a good human, nice right?
Too.
Yeah. I agree.
Yes. Yeah. There's very few out there.
And when he talks, I always say this, my favorite interviews are done by Paul Green, because the actors are so relaxed. Oh, I mean, the one with Kevin McGarry was amazing. I listened to that many times. And then the one with Chris was so detailed and long. I had to listen driving in my car. I had to get back in my car. So, I mean, he's excellent at that, because they feel relaxed with him. They share so much. And it's funny, because what Chris was sharing wasn't just stuff about his life. Some of it was sort of philosophical, and you were like, oh, it touched your heart. You learned something.
Yeah.
That was raise your hand if you love that interview, right?
Yeah.
I did.
I love his sense of humor too.
I did.
It's kind of really quirky, but there's something about it that just
right. He is quirky, and he even says that. You're right, Lynn. He says that about himself. He's just a good human. He's just a normal guy who just happens to have a really cool job and a wonderful talent. He
has a very warm heart.
Right.
He does. He does.
And he can go anywhere with it.
Right. We've seen that. We just like in Snowkissed, we saw that whole comedic, funny, dry humor kind of side of it.
Yes. I want to see more of that. I really do.
Well, we saw a spark of it when he first came to When Calls the Heart.
Yes.
He had that little sarcasm, fun, cheeky kind of way about him.
Yeah. Yes.
And I hope that they write that back in for him. You know what I mean? That character gets to relax, and we get to see more of his talent shine through, because Erin Krakow, she can have that too, and her character has it.
Yes, she
and I think
does.
that would be fun to play off of each other. Yeah.
Mhm.
We're going to take some questions in a few minutes. I just wanted to ask you, all of you, what are your hopes for by next year? You've got any hopes or wishes for the fan group, or plans, or anything like that you would like to share?
For Chris to join. For Chris to join and to make it official, that's what we're hoping for.
Okay.
Mhm.
I love it. And do you have any kind of, I think, Chrissy, I think you all have like an idea for a t-shirt or a graphic, right?
Right here.
Yes, it is. It's right there.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
you are the creator of that graphic,
I'll
right,
have
Chrissy?
Yes.
Yes. And you shared it with
She
the
was.
girls, right?
Yes, I did. I actually, my husband just bought me a t-shirt maker. And so I've been making the little logos, and I sent them to the girls. And we're hoping to be able to get it approved so we can sell them, to some of his fans on the website. So
I think that's a good idea. And I know that you already talked about the plans for it. So you're just waiting for the proper channels to give approval, which is good.
Yeah.
You want to do things correctly if you want
Yes,
to be official.
Right. I want to do things correct. I don't want to get in trouble for anything. I want to do things the right way. And I just, I want to make Chris proud of, the Facebook page. I want him to be proud of us and the work that we're doing to support him with everything. So to do that, I want to do everything the legal way and the right way. And I don't,
You don't want to meet him in a lawsuit.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, when you're dealing with an actor, and him being so private and personal, it's a touchy situation. You don't want to break that privacy for them. So you want to do things right. And I'm trying to.
And you are, and I love it. I really love the page. It's like a safe page. I know people could say, oh, well, that's because it's all just for one actor, but that's not it. Sometimes people don't like certain opinions, and they can not be complimentary in how they respond, but everybody responds in a very complimentary, supportive way,
Yeah,
and that's good.
I stress that on there a lot, that we don't want no negativity. We don't want no drama, because I feel that this is why Aaron, Kevin, and Chris don't, post much on social media, because of all the, hate after season 8, and it's not right. And I just think that, they're all great actors, and they all should be respected and loved for what they do. And it's just a job for them.
Right. We have to remember that it is a job. Like, we want to support them because it's their career. It's their job.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm looking at the comments. You have a lot of positive highs, and thanks so much for starting the Chris McNally fan book page. His fans love him in all his shows, as well as When Calls the Heart. I absolutely love the fan page, and I love that everyone is positive. That one is from Candace, and the one before that is from a Michelle.
Fabulous.
I know. Joanne is saying hi to me. Hi, Joanne. Someone wanted an update on the Chris McNally our fundraiser, but I think we did give that, right? Lynn, did you want to tell us one more time how much we've raised so far?
The total on the Facebook fundraiser is $2,300.
Sorry.
That's the new total.
Awesome.
I know, but we know that there's more because people have gone through Instagram, but it doesn't track it that way unless you tell us. So if you're out there and you don't do Facebook, that's why we did the link to Instagram, because someone had contacted me and I talked to Chrissy and she set it up. So if you're doing the fundraiser through like Instagram, let's say, there's a picture there. You can comment underneath or send a private message if you want. I mean, you don't have to say how much you donated either. The point is, some people want to know how they can be participating, and not that you want to be recognized, but you want to send your love. Christy, that's a question I have for you. You have some ideas for a virtual type of card, don't you?
Yes, I found that you can do like a virtual card, and then like everybody can sign it. I think I'm going to do that like in November. After the fundraiser's over, I'm going to try to do that. And then everybody can sign it in his honor for his birthday.
That's cool. I like that idea. And I do know, believe it or not, this is funny. Hallmark does this. Hallmark has virtual cards. I'm not saying you're using that one, but just to keep that in your mind. And that's for anybody out there. Hallmark does do virtual cards. And I know, Christy, you've been working on it because you shared that with me. And I think it's adorable. What a honor. Like, that's such a beautiful honor for someone. I'm just moving down on just what people are saying. And they're saying, wonderful. I'm so excited that he got to they got to come to this live. I shared that. Hello from Colorado. Hello from Western New York. Oh, I'm from Western New York too. People are making friends over there. Deborah and somebody that's called Scrapper Kitty. Barbara Ann says, I listened to the podcast first, then watched the video that Paul Green did with Chris. Very good. Very good, as you said, Roxanne. Okay, well, thank you, Barbara. We all agree with you. We already raised our hand on that and said we love him. So how does one join the Chris fan club? Okay, so that would be, who just said that? It went away from me. In Facebook, is Facebook the only avenue? So is that the only way to join the fan club is through Facebook?
Yes, Facebook. And then we have a fan club on Instagram as well.
Right. And she does post there. So there's a lot of posting on Facebook. There's fun days, like on Monday. There's a fun thing to post. What's Monday's theme? I forget. What is it, girls?
We got them all written down.
Okay, let's hear it, Lynn. So they
know. So on Monday, we have McNally Mondays, Teacup Tuesday, One Calls the Heart Wednesday. We have 2 for Thursday. We have Thankful Thursday, and it's Turn Back Time with the little pocket watch. Yeah. Turn Back Time Thursday. Friday is Fur Friends Friday or Fan Favorite Friday. Yeah. And then we have Stylish Saloon Owner Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Or Snapshot Saturday. And then we have Smiling Lucas Sunday or Show Clips Sunday.
Okay. And that's just a fun way to get people to participate. There's no strict rules. I mean, sometimes I forget and just post whatever, right?
It's just, something fun to keep, everybody entertained. And
yeah, it's just an outlet for us. Like you said, like you girls had said, for a chance for us to come together. Now, Jeffra, I know that you have another page and it's about romance, right? Romance. Books, movies, that kind of thing. And I do know that people do post about Chris on there. Is that okay? Like if we are fans of...
Yes. I don't
want to tell us?
It's all, you can do Hallmark chat, Hallmark, Chris, whatever you want.
Okay. And do you want to give us the official name in case anybody's interested in finding you? This is Facebook, right?
Yes, it's Facebook. It is Romantic Dramas.
Okay. And then we should just type that in and we should be able to find it, right? Yes. All right. Okay.
It is capital letters. So the first 2 letters is capitalized. So yeah.
All right. Now, girls, before we go, I'm looking, there's more posts that are coming in. There's like a little bit of a delay. This is Susan, and she says, I so appreciate the positivity of this group. I belong to an older group and they are awful. She didn't say what they are, but okay, Susan. She loves your group. I most certainly do agree with about positivity. We need much more. That's from Joanne. Kathleen is saying, I'm so glad to have found this Chris McNally fan club, especially because of all of the hate that Chris said in a podcast. Oh, he did mention that, and it kind of made him sad. And he received it personally, but she's happy that we're focusing more on the positivity. Teresa's asking, do you know, or do you know, or have you heard when his new movie is coming out on Hallmark, or isn't it going to be on Hallmark? I can answer that, Teresa. Do any of you know what we're talking about? The one about the dogs?
Yes, Love Rescue.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it, Chrissy, and say when it's coming out or what you know about it? Or
I don't know when it's coming out. We thought that it was going to be coming out in fall, but we didn't see it in the fall lineup. So I'm guessing spring.
Okay. And also what happened was the family, it's like a family, like his co-star helped to direct it. And the mother was the writer and the dad was part of the producing team and all of that. They're not sure who was buying it. So it might not even be a Hallmark movie, I think, but it is going to be out there, right?
I think it might be even on Up TV. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. That makes sense because
usually it's in Canada first if it's on Up TV. So if it's Up TV, it will be in Canada first.
Okay. Thank you, Jeffra, for that. All right. That was a good question because I know I was like, yeah, when is that coming out? Tried to research it the other day. Jill saying hi to me. Hi. Susie saying hi from Texas. Love to see When Calls the Heart all seasons on TV. That's Jill. I know some of us are having a hard time trying to get to see all of it. I've talked about it so much that friends of mine are like, I have to watch this old lady show. I'm like, stop calling it that. And they crack me up because the person who says that, it's not like she's a spring chicken. So it's a joke. And now she's mad because she can't find it anywhere. Lillian says she was listening in my car. I was listening in my car just to let you guys know I posted the McFriends Monday on the main Hardee's page and have over 1,000 likes. Oh my God. Lillian, did you hear that, girls? She did the McFriends Monday on the main page and she got over 100 likes. Yay.
Wow. That's fabulous. 1,000 likes.
Now, Christine from My Tinderbox, she said, what is the title of the new movie? We think it's going to be, what was it, Christy? Love Rescue?
Love Rescue. And Jeffra, what would you say the other name was?
Oh,
Jeffra?
There's another name it might be.
I can't remember what the other name was.
Something about the dogs, like the dog's name. Like, I forget, it had a funny dog, like
Lindy or something?
Yeah, a dog named Lindy. Yeah, you're right. So it's a dog called Indy. That's it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
And it says Chris also stole the show, just putting a fork in his mouth. He's got a great sense of humor. Remember when they were singing and he was just conducting and eating in the back? And Kathleen says she hit enter too soon. What is the name of the new Chris movie? We just mentioned that to you. And everyone's helping each other out in the chat box, which is wonderful. Okay, girls. Yes, he's going to be on Riverdale. And he said it's a couple episodes. He plays a small part, but it will be a few episodes. And there's speculation about that as what part he'll play, because if he's playing that manager part, that character sings, and we know Chris does not sing. So either that the managers, they're going to change the character and he doesn't sing, or Chris has got a whole other part, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, girls. Thank you. Thank you. Don't leave me yet, but thank you for sharing your story with us and coming on. I'm so excited that you're here because you're like my friends, and I'm so excited that you could be here and share your ideas. Makes me feel good that you want to be on. I feel honored. Anytime anyone comes on, I'm I'm so honored that you want to talk with me. Next week, I have a really cool guest. Her name is Kathy Watkins, and she is a Hardee, and she's on your pages, and she does these great analyzations. And I like to do that. So I contacted her and I said, please come on and analyze for me. And she said yes. So she'll be on next Monday. And tomorrow, my friend Chip is coming on. He is like the Aurora Tea Garden guru, and he's got all kinds of goodies to share. So people could come on and chat with him tomorrow. I'll just be sitting back and trying to read the questions and navigate stuff for him and zip my lip, and he's going to do all the talking and interacting. So girls, it's been fun. Thank you.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Thank
We loved
you
it.
for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Sure. Don't leave. I'm going to end the broadcast for everyone that's out there. You might be saying goodnight or something. There's a bit of delay, but we'll get to see it at the end. Thanks, Susan Wolf, for also supporting Chris, especially in light of some personal attacks he experienced after the finale. And that's what Kathleen was saying. Okay, good. All right. Thank you. Don't leave, girls. I'm going to end the broadcast. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for always tuning in. I really appreciate you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Chip is telling us 8 p.m. Eastern. He'll be on tomorrow. He's putting his plug in. All right, Chip.